April marks the 20th anniversary of Digimon Frontier. April 7th to be fact, which is not my normal upload date. God damn it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would.
But still, to celebrate Digimon Frontier's anniversary, I'm going to be dedicating videos all April long to that season. And today we're beginning by, well, I guess disrespecting Frontier's whole gimmick. Oof. What is up everybody, welcome back to another video and thank you for falling down those stairs and hitting that subscribe button and the bell on your way. So mean. So stupid. And yes, one of the more divisive elements of Digimon Frontier was that it got rid of the standard partner element, which had been such an integral part of Digimon to that point, in favour of the Chosen Children or Digidestined actually becoming the Digimon. Some people absolutely loved this, and some people, myself included when I first found out about Frontier, I must admit, didn't.
Wow. I hate it.
And so for people that both have problems with Frontier and people that just love Super Sentai Digimon, I thought why not envision a world where Frontier gets some kind of reboot or we go into an alternate dimension and give the protagonists of Digimon Frontier traditional Digimon partners. My big rule for this video is I will not be using hybrid, so no Digimon that they've already become in Frontier, and I also will not be using Flamemon or Strabimon for the rookies. It'd be far too easy, and if we're envisioning a partner reboot of Frontier, it just wouldn't help sell the idea because they'd just be the exact same Digimon but in a slightly different configuration. I also want to deviate from the rookies I picked for my video where I gave rookies to the spirits of Digimon Frontier, because those are the Digimon that I, and as it turned out Digimon New Century, thought were really decent picks for the spirits. In this case I'm trying to give both a decent partner and a homage to the spirits in hybrid, so they will be different when I can make that possible. For Zoe I focused on the wind. No, really no other way of saying it, I guess.
What's that? The wind.
I went back and forth with my good friend Proto on this one quite a bit. We were thinking Morphemon for a while, as it does feel quite at home with Zoe and her, I guess, potential maybe relationship with JP. I will not be entering shipping discussions here. And even considered Hyokomon for a hot second, let me live, but ultimately decided it made the most sense to pull her partner and its Evos from the Wind Guardians group of Digimon, so settled on her rookie partner being Tinkermon. This is the only one on this list that is the same as both my rookie pick for Kazemon and even Digimon New Centuries, but I really think we'd be doing a disservice by deliberately not picking it just because of that. It's a female presenting Wind Guardian and is even the counterpart to Petermon, all acting as an allegory for Peter Pan and children never growing up, which is in some ways a perennial theme in Digimon, or at least the ideas of what being a child and being an adult means for different people. However, to mix things up and remain in the Wind Guardian field, I will have Zoe's Tinkermon become Darkmon, this acting as a semi-homage to Kari from Adventure, giving Zoe a sort of angelic female Digimon to match Angelwomon, as Frontier itself does like to pay semi-homage to Adventure, at least with the ancient spirits, and obviously there's a lot more dubisms which fold in the Adventure references too, like Vitramon becoming Burning Greymon. Darkmon is blonde, just like Zoe, and is a yellow card in the Digimon card game where Zoe is a yellow tamer. Then Darkmon would become Hippogriffamon, this being a solidifying reference to Zoe's beast spirit Zephyrmon, and a sort of meta reference to the beast spirits of Frontier, as there are some beast and ancient hybrids who become quadrupedal, almost acting as an inverse to how humanoid a lot of the initial human spirits are, although admittedly Zephyrmon itself doesn't end up on all fours. And then finally Hippogriffamon will become Valdemon. Valdemon is often considered one of the main alternate evolutions Garudamon can become instead of Phoenixmon, and I think it just fits in so nicely with Zoe's line, adding on top of a Kari reference, a semi-reference of course to Sora from Adventure, but also it's just a fantastic holy Digimon and Wind Guardian in its own right. I especially really like turning this whole line from humanoid to fully bird-like, because it feels more like a partner Digimon than the traditionally humanoid wind spirits on both the beast and human side of Zoe's equation. For JP I didn't struggle too much. Thunder and Beetles were the themes I really wanted to keep front and center here, naturally. I did take inspiration from the commonly chosen Blitzmon rookie Kokabuterimon, but felt a far better partner for JP was Kokuamon. It's such a fun, cute rookie, and I think it could be a Digimon if given the right personality that could really work alongside JP, maybe giving him little electric shocks when he acts too flirty towards Zoe or too jealous and competitive with Takuya, basically a walking stun gun. Hey, it's Karn from the day before the video comes out here. Wouldn't it be crazy if like 2 days after you filmed a video about Digimon Frontier, the Digimon Frontier dim cards would get announced? And you'd have to add a bunch of stuff in post. So yeah, Kokuamon is actually on the Digimon Frontier dim for the Spirit of Thunder, so I guess time after time activated once again. But don't worry, it's not the only time you're gonna hear from me in this video. From there, I think a natural champion and ultimate would be Ballistamon and Atla Ballistamon. They feel like very good step-ups from Kokuamon, but while also not being one of JP's existing Digimon, or treading too closely along the Kabuterimon family line. They're also quite rarely used outside of Cross Wars, so in this hypothetical modern Frontier reboot setting, I think they'd be great. And finally, I settled on Jupitermon. I really did try to fold in Bug Megas here, but I just don't think any of them fit super great. Tiger Vespermon, of course, would be interesting. You could maybe do something where you equate like a bee or a wasp sting to electricity, or even Tyrant Kabuterimon has some energy going on, but both do ostensibly lose that thunder attribute, and so did not appeal to me. So while yes, we do lose an overt insect motif, I think Jupitermon still feels like a very appropriate mega for JP's Kokuamon. It being, and I quote, a Digimon that rules over thunder and weather as the god that presides over the skies. It is always judging good and evil on the battlefield and metes out divine punishment to those who choose evil. Plus, it's also a member of the Wind Guardians if we want to fold back in JP's crush on Zoe.
Well, howdy, partners. I'm Cowboy Karn. Yeah, this lore is getting pretty out of hand, huh? And spring has officially sprung, so I am in the great outdoors. With some guy's garden, I don't know whose it belongs to, but like every cowpoke before me, I'm trying to wrangle myself something good. And today, I'm trying to wrangle myself a bargain. I'm gonna hunt high and low across these prairies trying to find... Wait a minute. I can't believe my own eyes. I had to bring it inside because it's worth its weight in gold. Today's sponsor is Buyee.
Buyee is a proxy service getting you access to all of the goods you need from Japan, especially Digimon goods. While more and more Digimon items are available outside of Japan, some you simply cannot get anywhere else, and that is where Buyee steps in, acting as a third party allowing you to shop on websites like Yahoo Japan Auctions and Shopping, Mercari, Rakuten, Amazon JP, and tons more. They also have a browser extension which then lets you shop directly on websites like Amazon JP, add to your Buyee cart, and check out. And when you sign up with Buyee and make an account using my exclusive link, Buyee will give you a 2,000 yen coupon, that's roughly $18 that you can spend across any of the sites that they support.
Sure as Georgia has peaches, it's a good deal for you and a good deal for Karn too. Yeehaw! Pow, 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 pow! So what are you waiting for, partner? Click that link in the description, get yourself a 2,000 yen coupon, and get some Digimon gold. And I'll see you next time, stranger.
And next up is the little cryboy himself, Tommy. Why am I being mean to Tommy? Yeah, let me bully the bullied kid real cool, Karn. You guys know I'm powerless to resist choosing my favorites in these videos sometimes. Yo, come on. But I also think it makes a ton of sense to use a more recent but already pretty iconic Ice Digimon, and that is Bluecomon. In fact, I've chosen the whole Bluecomon line here, from Bluecomon to Paledramon to Chris Paledramon, and finally Hexablaumon. I think they have that ice that we're looking for in Tommy's partner, but in a pretty unique way, while still feeling in the same wheelhouse as hybrids like Chakmon and Daipenmon. Also in its reference book listing, Bluecomon is said to be best friends with Penguinmon, who I and Digimon New Century also agreed would likely be the Spirit of Ice rookie. Oh hey, it's day before Karn again. Yep, the Spirit of Ice dim card decided to put Bearmon as a rookie for some reason, even though Penguinmon is the Ice Spirit rookie in Digimon New Century. Whoa boy. I did consider switching up its line a bit, but given that Bluecomon through to Hexablaumon are the mascot line on the same Blizzard Fang dim card as a couple of the Ice Spirit Digimon like Daipenmon and Ancient Mega Theriamon, I really do think this works excellently for Tommy's partner and gives him something unique other Ice Digimon might not offer, with the line's ability to fly and cast magic. Koichi presented some challenges. He's the only Frontier character to get corrupted spirit forms, and so it became a tough decision as to what his partner should be. Ultimately, I figured his main partner should take inspiration from Loemon and the Leomon family because of Kaiser Leomon, those being the uncorrupted hybrids of his. I also wanted to keep darkness prominently in there, and well, yes, it's time to use the Digimon World 3 / Daigo Nishijima Bearmon line again. Yep, me again. So the Spirit of Darkness decided to give him Lylemon or Gazimon, which are both good picks. Lylemon makes sense for the Leomon references I wanted so badly. But yeah, Bearmon is on the Spirit of Ice Dim. God damn it! A natural partner for Koichi, I think, would be Bearmon, which would then digivolve to Grismon and then Grapleomon, Grapleomon being the Kaiser Leomon reference, but I think this would be a great opportunity to then fold in Calismon from Digimon V-Tamer as that dark evolution I talked about. For the good Mega, in this case I think I would pick Heavy Leomon because it is the Mega for the Bearmon line in Eirias too. Rest in peace Digimon Eirias, we hardly knew ye. Sure, picking the Bearmon line is a little bit safe, but if something ain't broke, don't fix it, or prematurely cancel it. Looking at you, Bandai. If we did want to focus more on the Duskmon side of things, I think Dracmon would be a good reference to it, or maybe even the Keramon line akin to Arata from Cyber Sleuth. As an additional aside, I made a lot of these picks because I really wanted to keep the Kaiser Leomon aspects in there, because otherwise I think Cerberusmon would be really fun for Koichi, especially given its role so early on in Digimon Frontier itself, but also because of its werewolf mode kinda hinting at that dual nature of Koichi. But as you can tell, Koichi did present the most difficulty for me, and I'm maybe not 100% sold on the Bearmon line for him, so if you think you've got another interesting take on his partner and its line, please do let me know down below, and leave a like while you do that, by the way, thank you. And then moving on to Koichi's brother Koji, and actually, I'm gonna break from tradition a little bit in these videos and talk about Koji and Takuya kind of at the same time, because really the points I have for both of them are pretty entwined, and you'll see why. I definitely considered Wolf Digimon for Koji, and I did love the idea, but a pretty obvious thought presented itself, and that was to focus on Koji's element of light and give him a Digimon of Moonlight, Lunamon, which of course would mean Takuya's matching flame element Digimon would be Coronamon. Throw it in the Dawn and Dust Digimon, you know how to do it to him. Giving Koji the Lunamon line of Lunamon to Lekismon to Cressamon and then Dianamon, I think still works very well for him. An overall blue-themed Digimon line for the Blue Ranger of this team that has a focus on light, albeit moonlight, which is the light we see in the dark, referencing his brother Koichi. And while not wolves, rabbits are at least still very much in the beast Digimon archetype. The counterpart there for Takuya would be Coronamon to Pheramon to Flaremon and finally Apollomon. Again, the flame spirit matching the sun and flame Digimon very well. Apollomon even feels like a cousin to Agunimon and Aldemon, and their lines are often combined in things like video games. I can also see Pheramon being quadrupedal as a reference again to Ancient Greymon and other beast spirits, but like Koji, a different kind of creature, lions instead of dragons. Burning Greymon also has an attack called Corona Blaster, so what more do you want? Oh right! Apollomon and Dianamon can also jogress to become Grace Novamon, which I think would be a fantastic stand-in for Susan, I mean Susanumon, but also in this more partner-focused version of Frontier would act as an homage to the Omnimon of Adventure, which a lot of the partners and ancients in Frontier took cues from. Maybe we could even see some kind of Susan/Merciful Mode inspired upgrade form for Grace Novamon that fuses all 6 of the Frontier partners into an even stronger Digimon. A Grace Supernovamon, if you will. But that is it for my picks for partners for the Digimon Frontier protagonists. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, like, subscribe, ring the bell and all that good stuff, and let me know what you would have picked or what you'd like to see me do next. I really do love hearing from you guys when you're respectful about it. And thank you to my wonderful Sovereign ZDK14 for supporting this channel. Thank you so much, dude. It's so good. It's so nice to see every month that solid Sovereign. It really does mean the world. But if you want to be a channel member for as little as like $2, you can get early access to all my videos, just like my Digidestined Gekaluchi, Nightshade J, Koltaku, Kenya Kubiyaki, CG Law, Night 12, Kya Yeager, Rulima, NVBBX, Dresden Nova, Metallic Pool, Triple D, Reese Williams, Sad Uncle Callum, and Crimson Dragon Slayer, as well as all of my Tamers, Karn Club, and Twitch subscribers that you can see on screen right now. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel with your hard-earned money, and I will see you next time. when we go digital. Bye bye.